how are you? I hope you're good. Welcome to day 4 of the 7 days of top 7, and today we're talking about our top 7 choices for creative worlds. Without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. At number 7 I have Genesis, and you don't really know what this book is about until the very last page, but once you do, you really sit there for a bit and think about the whole world that this book takes place in, because it's so weird and so unusual, and it's very like, it makes you think. It's almost like a philosophical discussion afterwards. So I thought that this was a great pick for this kind of topic. So if you like to be surprised and basically like not really sure what the hell is going on, this could be a book for you. At number 6 I have The Forgetting. This is a universe where every once in a while your mind sort of hits refresh and you forget everything about your previous life, and that's why people carry their journals like attached to their bodies where they write everything that they want to write, and sometimes they can just, you know, leave the bits that they want to sort of forget. I thought that the world and the idea of that world was really interesting, and you could also see it very vividly because the descriptions about the surroundings were really also great, but not overwhelming, but you could see it clearly in your mind. Like, I could even now imagine that town that I imagined and the nature around it. At number 5 is Ink, and I have to say that this is quite similar because they're both sort of like dystopian books, and Ink is all about this society where your life story is written on your body because you are sort of forced to have these tattoos. So everything that you do or everything that you decide, your career, your age, your achievements, your sins are tattooed on your body in one way, shape or form. And this is about a girl who is learning the art of tattooing people, and she is one of the rare people who can actually read it. After you die, you are skinned, and your skin is made into like a book of your life and is passed through the generations of your, you know, children and such. And it's really quite a disturbing setting, and I actually really liked this book, mostly because of the world, and I just thought it was a really unique order, and I can't say that I've stumbled across something like that ever before, and I really enjoyed it. And number 4, again, we have Darker Shade of Magic. So in this world we have 4 different Londons, and there are people who can travel between these Londons, but they basically have a different level of magic in them. So there's Grey London where we live, where there's no magic, and then there's Red London where our main characters are from, and then there is a White and Black London that I don't want to speak about a lot because spoilers. But so this is a very interesting world setting in my mind, so I really did appreciate that book for that reason. At number 3, and I know this probably is supposed to be way higher than that, but this is the golden top 3, so it's there, okay? We have The Lord of the Rings, and I feel like this is so self-explanatory that I don't need to say anything. Just the whole world of these books is just spectacular. Everything about this is amazing. What I did have to sort of like criticize about these books is that, like, bear with me, please don't throw stones at your computer now, is that there was a lot of descriptions, like a lot of descriptions, as it's, you know, a tradition for books that we consider classics, and particularly about war strategies, and I just was not about that life. But I need to do a reread of these because it was a long time ago, but you know, everyone knows that I'm also thinking about the movies, and it's brilliant, okay? So these. At number 2 I have Avatar: The Last Airbender. I know this was a show first, but you know what? It's a comic book as well, so I can include it, it's not cheating, okay. So this is the world where people have the power to bend an element, so it could be a waterbender, airbender, firebender or earthbender, and usually they live in separate nations and there's war of power and everything. And sometimes now in the Legend of Korra there's a city that they tried and coexist, and there's people who are not bending, and there's an avatar who can bend everything. Anyway, and I just really appreciate the world in this. You know, if you're not new here, how much I love Avatar, and I feel like, again, I just don't need to say much more than that. And now at number 1 is something that I don't think I've ever spoken on this channel about, and that's because I read it so long ago. But when I was thinking about the top 7s for this particular category, I really just wanted to mention this book because I think it's such an interesting world although I don't know if you can name it a world, and that is Inferno by Dante. So you probably are familiar with this, and then there's levels of hell, and each level is for different sinners, and each level has different punishments, and I just thought that was, I think it left a mark in my memory because I obviously read about this a while back. I keep thinking, I do come back to it from time to time and think about, wow, what a great concept. So that is everything for this top 7. As always, super excited to see yours. Feel free to drop the links down below if you participated, be it a photo, be it a video, be it a blog post, or any other form of interaction. If you didn't make any content for this, that's fine. Also, just let me know what is your top 1 choice for this creative worlds category. This is literally my favorite part, is like reading through the comments. Hope you had a good time and you're gonna have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow for the next one. Bye!